What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Crypto Rush. Today we are going to be talking about the altcoin explosion that happened last night with quite a bit of the altcoins. They have bounced back and they have came back pretty strong, with some of them just going absolutely ballistic. We are also going to be talking about Bitcoin and its setup and some of the next altcoins that are on my watch list that are about to have a big move, in my opinion. Before we begin today, if you guys have not yet already, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, as I'll be coming out with new daily videos, so you guys do not want to miss out on our episodes. And before we begin as well, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it is extremely risky. Now let's begin. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin first and its macro setup. So Bitcoin has been in a rising wedge for the last quite a bit of days, as we can see here, and a rising wedge usually breaks down with the more probability. So you do have to watch out for, in the case of that happening, and if that does happen, as of current, my breakdown target as of today would be about 10,163. So we will see if that plays true, but it does seem like it could go on for a little bit more until anything happens, but I would definitely keep an eye out on the pattern and how that plays out, and knowing that it is a reversal pattern. Now we want to zoom in a little bit on just what is going on. So we do see that currently it is being supported by the daily 21 moving average, and it has been holding up the price action for the past 2 days. And if I was to get in, I would wait until either it hits the 21 moving average again, or I would wait for the breakout or the breakdown of this pattern and see where it's heading to. If it is breaking down, I think the next level of support, so currently I see it 10,500 in the daily charts, 11,600 on the 12-hour charts. That would be the next level of support, but I think if it does break down, it would break a lot further than that. The next level of support on the 12-hour charts would be about 99.50. On the 6-hour chart, the 200 MA, so currently it's about 10,400. That's a little bit. I think it's actually gonna breach that if it does break down. So if this pattern breaks down, I would be looking to get in at around the 50 daily moving average, which is currently at 10,500 right now. I think that is a reasonable target, and I think this support could hold up the price action. Now let's move on to Link. Link has been in an uptrend and has formed a symmetrical triangle for the past couple of days price action, as I have been mentioning in the previous 2 days episodes. So is this pattern going to hold? This pattern usually breaks upwards in your favor since it's an uptrend. So let's see if that's going to happen. If that does happen, we could be looking at a target of about $22 from all I can see here. It's about $22. That would be the breakout target. If this pattern does not hold, I want to look for the next level of support that would actually be a good entry for me to buy the bounce. So let's check out some of the supports that's available for me to catch that bounce. So on the daily moving average, let's check out the weekly. I think that is actually way below, so I don't think that's gonna be hit. But on the daily, it would be about 13.82 right now. I think that does make a reasonable target to try to catch the bounce at, even though the pattern target would suggest that we're going to go down a lot lower. But just because it breaks down of this symmetrical triangle pattern does not mean it's an absolute breakdown. I mean, it could just come down and form some kind of a falling wedge from then. So it might not be an absolute breakdown where the price action just goes very strongly in the negative direction. So I think this would be a pretty good level for a bounce. I would trail the 21 daily moving average, which is currently at about 13.8 so far. Let's see if there are any other possible supports. This one's at 12.47, which is 12-hour 50 moving average, which is below the 21 daily moving average. So if the 21 daily does not hold, that would be the next support level. The 6-hour 200 MA is way below, so I don't think that the price action is going to hit that even if it breaks down. And if we're trying to catch a bounce. So I would follow the price action on link and see if I can catch a bounce at the 21 daily moving average, but that's not financial advice, that is just my opinion. But it does seem like a reasonable possibility. Now let's move on to NMR, which is numeri. This is newly listed on the Coinbase exchange, Coinbase Pro, and I have seen that it has been going down for the past 2 days, and it has hit a pivotal point where the price action reverses with this giant green candle right here with confirmation in volume. So since that, I do think that is a pretty good confirmation that it's going to start reversing in the trend. Now what I'm seeing is this is the 15-minute chart, and it has formed a symmetrical triangle in the 15-minute chart, and it looks like it could break out within the next few hours, if not 1 or 2 at the most. But I have had to extend the trend lines before this, as the price action just keeps getting tighter and tighter. But it does look like it could break out at almost at any moment. If this does break out, the price action, well, it could go way above the previous high. But keep in mind, it's not going to go straight up there. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. It's going to be beyond $56. Now, let's see if we can find any kind of confluence in the indicators on seeing if that would play out. So I do see that the RSI on the 15-minute, it's actually in quite a bit of a neutral zone. So I don't see any problems with the RSI in terms of divergences or any overbought price action that I should be looking out for on the 15-minute charts. On the 30-minute chart, it's also not overbought too, so I think that's a pretty good indicator. On the hourly, that's good. So in terms of indicators, I think I do have the green light from the RSI, and just looking for the pattern to break out. But it's gonna be something to really be careful of when you're trading breakouts, because they could become very volatile, and I would just apply a tight stop and take several tries if I need to. but each try I would definitely be more careful and reevaluate how the price action changes, or if there's any further confirmations that would prompt me to go in. Now let's go to band. Now band has been running in a symmetrical triangle pattern for the last couple of days as well. In terms of selling volume, it has trended quite downwards as the price decreases, which is a good sign. That means demand is going to start picking up. Buyers are going to start coming in at a lower price level, which is normal in terms of supply and demand. So we're going to see where this goes. The next level of support here, let's check it out, is below all the moving averages, all the big moving averages on the hourly, 4 hours, at least any for the moving averages that are around the price action, that are close to the price action. We're also below all the close ones on the 6 hour as well. The next closest one on the bottom would be 9.6, which is the 12-hour 50 moving average. That's the possibility. But the next one below that would be the daily 21 moving average, which is currently about 10.95. I think that is a reasonable support. It could either get the 21 daily moving average could either catch up to the pattern, or this. I think if this pattern breaks down, it's definitely going to breach this. So I do think one scenario is that the 21 daily moving average is going to catch up to the pattern, and that would be a catalyst for a breakout. But we will see if that happens, and you should always do your own due diligence and strategize yourself around the breakout. Now, the last one that we're going to look at today is Omise Go, which has been absolutely crushing it. I was in this trade earlier of the day when we were in the symmetrical triangle, and I have exited just somewhere around here, but the price action looks like it's still going to keep going. That is just a lot of hype there, and when the price action just exceeds your targets almost every time, that is something to pay attention to, because you can just tell that there's a lot of interest in here, even by looking at the volume on this coin. I mean, looking for the past quite a bit of weeks, there has been very low volume, and just last week and this week, price action just started skyrocketing, and you can just tell there's quite a bit of interest in here. So I just play it safe and logically on my price targets, because I don't want to get too greedy and end up having the price action go against me. So even though if the target's been crushed and the price action just keeps going up, I try to stay sane and grounded and just exit where I should, which I did was around this area right here, because before the breakout of the symmetrical triangle, I will look for a reference in the previous resistance, which was this wick right here, and I will definitely want to get some of my positions out before that wick. But this coin is definitely something to watch out for, and if the price action comes back down, I would definitely be looking into getting the bounce. So that is it for today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please leave me any ideas or comments or feedback in the comment section below. I would love to connect with you guys, and I'll see you guys next time.